Since my wife walked out of me. Since my wife walked out of me. Walked. Since my wife walked out of me.
Ever since she walked out on me,
Ever since she walked out of me. Ever since she walked out of me.
And now that I need some support, you decide to play the mom card?
I had to send Zach back.
I had to send Zach back. We could have been a lot of trouble. We could have gotten in a lot of trouble. We could have gotten in a lot of trouble. We could have gotten.
We could have gotten in a lot of trouble.
Now Zach's the one who's in trouble.
We could have gotten in a lot of trouble. In a lot of trouble. We could have gotten in a lot of trouble. We could have gotten in a lot of trouble. Well, in the case, you might want to think about looking for a job. Well, in the case, you might want to think about looking for another job. Well, in the case, you might want to think about looking for another job.
in that case, you might want to think about looking for a job.
Well, in the case, you might want to think about looking for a job.
Look at you. You going out?
Not that it's any of your business, but, I have a date.
A date?
I don't want to say anything that might upset you. I don't want to say anything that might upset you.
What kind of date?
Rex, I don't want to say anything that might upset you. The doctor says any
Rex, I don't want to say anything that might upset you.
All right, kids, I gotta get to work. If I don't input those numbers,
It doesn't make
much of a difference.
It doesn't make much of a difference. It doesn't make much of a difference. It doesn't make much of a difference.
I asked her about it years later, and yeah, that was the signal.
It just happened whether you plan or not.
I could have kissed her. But that's the funny thing about destiny. It happens whether you plan it or not.
That's the funny thing, your destiny. But that's the funny thing about destiny. But that's the funny thing about destiny. But that's the funny thing about destiny. But that's the funny thing. But that's the funny thing about destiny. It happens whether you plan or not. Whether you plan or not. But the funny things about destiny, it happens whether you plan or not. Wish me luck.
Wish me luck, Ted.
Uncle Marshall still refers it as the pineapple accident.
Uncle Marshall still refers to it as the pineapple incident.
Uncle Marshall still refers it as it. Uncle Marshall still refers it as the pineapple incident.
It's my birthday, and you're telling me I'm not the one for you?
That's really such not. That's not really such a big deal. That's not really such a big deal.
It's really not such a big deal. I mean, it's the odds. It's like...
It's really not such a big deal. It's really not such a big deal. It's really not such a big deal. It's really not such a big deal, man.
Yeah, I hate olives.
2 weeks ago, Spanish bar on 79th Street, dish of olives. You had some. What up?
You have to swear. You have to swear. It does not live in this cab.
You have to swear that this does not leave this cab.
I swear.
You have to swear that this does not leave this room. You have to swear that this does not leave this room. Okay? When you tell this story about this, when you tell this story to friends, could you avoid the word psycho?
So when you tell this story to your friends, could you avoid the word psycho?
When you tell this story to your friends, could you avoid the words psycho? Buddy, why do you keep getting stuck like this? Buddy, why do you keep getting stuck like this?
Buddy, why do you keep getting stuck like this? Mom, why do you have to do
If somebody says something about my family, I'm going to.
I'm just saying you could
You could just
take it down here a little bit, that's all.
Well,
you
yeah,
could
'cause
just
that's where
take
you
it
live
down
down
and-
here.
You could just take it down here a little bit. You could take it down. You could take it down here. You could take it down here. You could take it down here just a little bit. The reason why I'm leaving and the reason the others are.
The reason I'm leaving and the reason the others are.
I thought it would be a good idea to show deference to a three.
You yelled at me in front of the crew.
You took it out on me.
took
You
it
did
on
it
me.
in front of the staff. Did you just send that
I
gift
don't have time to think about it.
to every comedian in the world?
I didn't have a lot of time to think.
I didn't have a lot of time to think. I didn't have a lot of time to think. How many times have I told you that? How many times have I told you that?
How many times have I told?
Told you